Hello and welcome to Ring of Honor Technique Tuesdays. I'm Joe Hendry and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the details, some of the inside info behind the techniques that you've been seeing on Ring of Honor television. Let's talk about that awesome matchup, that fight between EC3 and the Briscoes and Shane Taylor Promotions.
Whoa, out of the way he goes. Mark Briscoe. Whoa! With a twist!
The moment I want to talk about is, of course, Shane Taylor's knee to a downed opponent.
Catches him, sends him down. Oh!
Now let me explain why this is so effective. Usually we see lots of running knees, high knees to opponents, and what happens? You strike the head and it moves backwards. That's where the motion takes it. But the difference with Shane Taylor's technique is he will catch the opponent's foot and roll them backwards with such force that will cause them to do a backward roll. Unable to land on their feet, they will end up on their knees. Now, in order to stop them falling completely backwards, they will overcorrect and tend to lead forward, at which point Shane Taylor will meet them with the knee to the face. It's the immovable object meets the unstoppable force, the head versus the knee. And in combat sports, I think we know which one comes out on top.
Big time right, European uppercut. Mark Briscoe now has Shane Taylor staggered. Off the ropes comes Jay, catches him, sends him down. Oh, God!
Let's talk about the awesome main event between two world-class competitors. I'm of course talking about the finals of the Ring of Honor Pure Title Tournament between Tracy Williams and Jonathan Gresham.
And that's the interesting part about these finals. Oh.
Let's look at some of the strategies going into that matchup.
Each wrestler, code of honor adhered to, each wrestler gets 3 rope.
It was very clear at the start that Jonathan Gresham was targeting the lower body of Tracy Williams, trying to get underneath his opponent with freestyle wrestling techniques such as the low single and high crotches to try and isolate the leg and get underneath Tracy Williams and nullify that height difference between the two competitors. Tracy Williams, however, was having much more success with targeting the upper body of Jonathan Gresham. One of those techniques I want to talk about right now, the side head chancery. Chancery basically means to isolate the head like in a guillotine position, but the side head chancery is when you step to the side of your opponent. It's very similar to the headmare or snapmare position, but what you do is you cross over the arms. So not only do you have control of your opponent's head and neck, because where the head goes the body will follow, but the act of crossing over your arms actually cuts off and creates a blood choke to your opponent. It's very uncomfortable, and every time that Jonathan Gresham tried to roll out of it, Tracy Williams held on.
2, nice bridge out of it by Gresham. And spins it back around, but right into Tracy's hands there.
Yeah. Wow, this is the second.
Jonathan Gresham has used his first rope break.
Here is where Jonathan Gresham's brilliance comes to fruition. We have something in fighting called flow state, which means when you are in the moment and reacting to what is going on, rather than overcommitting to an earlier game plan. There's no question that Tracy Williams came in with a better game plan, but Jonathan Gresham was better at adapting. What he did was move from targeting the legs to instead going to the upper body, but also just sheer brutality with lots of strikes. It was brutal, and we saw him have similar success in the early stages of the tournament in his first match when he was just smashing the knee off the canvas for the victory. And isn't it interesting that the best technical wrestler in the world has most success when he balances his technique with that sheer raw brutality?
Spins him around, catches him, looking for the cobra twist, the octopus stretch.
Got it in there.
Down to the mat. Driving the point of the elbow to the hip. Oh!
He beat him! He did it!
Gresham has done it!
Wow!
Congrats to Jonathan Gresham for mixing up his game plan, and it was an unbelievable effort from Tracy Williams. Phenomenal main event proving why Ring of Honor delivers the best professional wrestling in the world.